One major component of the thriller genre is the intensity that oozes out of the soundtrack, from the thrashing violin strings paired with the lunging knife in Psycho, or the building madness of the brass section in Taxi Driver. The music attributes a lot to the overall experience of a highly tense set piece. But what if you shunned any accompanying score for the sake of deafening silence? Then you'd have the 2007 Coen brother classic, No Country for Old Men. A lot has been said of this film, but I've heard very little about how incredible the sound is. It's honestly so beautifully profound, to the point where everything is like cinematic ASMR. This is a film with no soundtrack whatsoever. It barely has any diegetic music at all. The sound design had to do so much to carry the scenes. Every click and tap had to be laced with conviction. The purpose of every subtle noise was to fill the void of ambient dread that is present as the sweat-inducing plot unfolds, with Anton's first kill an audio cue of a passing train is played over it, possibly to symbolise his unstoppable, machine-like nature. One particular scene where the genius of the sound truly shines is in the famously nerve-wrenching hotel scene, where the infamous monotone killer Anton pursues our cocksure, rugged hero Llewellyn as he discovers not all is right. Upon discovering a tracker device inside the money he possesses, Llewellyn suspects that the hunter is drawing near. He rings the front desk, and muffled through the walls he hears the ringing of a lonely phone. What precedes is a collection of heavily defined sounds that work in subtle harmony with the stress of the character's dire situation. His breath is heavy, and the cocking of the gun is nervously hesitant. The ever-growing stomps of Anton's boots approach Llewellyn's room. A shadow lurks behind the door before he silently moves from the frame. The silence leaves the audience soaked in anticipation before the door lock is violently blown from its components, leaving Llewellyn to blast a booming shot at the breached entrance. Every moment of this 7-minute exchange is amplified in dread by how deafening the silence is surrounding each audible utterance. It's a scene communicated only by the contribution of the sounds. The only dialogue spouted in the conflict is Llewellyn's reassurance to a man whose car he commandeers.
Don't worry, I ain't gonna hurt you. Need you to drive me on out of here.
Which is abruptly halted by the bystander's gruesome death from Anton's distant gunshot. Only words used are useless, and one sound ends them all. The whole scene is a typical cat and mouse scenario, with Llewellyn trying with quick desperation to outrun or outsmart the tenacious hitman. And what's even more captivating is that the characters never lock eyes, nor pass any exchanges. Killer Anton is practically invisible in the whole exchange, only visually represented by the flash of a suppressor. The action is purposefully told by the progression of each sound, with the ongoing gunshots acting like a row of falling dominoes, turning up the terror and making this horrific scene even more uncomfortable.